and they just quit. That's awesome. Awesome. Quitting. Just gonna quit on me, and they just quit. Awesome. I am quitting.
Yeah. That was fun. That was fun. Hello everyone, this is Redo of GNA Reviews. Welcome back to the next episode of Shadowverse, and today I'm going to be doing a quick recap of, or a quick review I should say, of cards, you know, that I predict are going to be seeing the meta right now, which, you know, is probably in the process of working itself out. It's been a little less than 24 hours since the expansion has been out, or at least by this time it'll been like a full day, more or less. Anyways, just here to give you a quick oversight of the cards that I think are going to be playing a really big role in whichever corresponding class. Anyways, let's start with the Desert Pathfinder. It's a 2-drop 2/2. Last words, if there are no Naterran Great Trees in play, summon a Naterran Great Tree. These Great Trees are basically like the new Machina. They're going to be used in every deck. There's going to be a type of Naterran Great Tree deck. Literally every class. So this is neutral, which means you want it in every deck. When you evolve, you get to put a Naterran Great Tree in your hand. Last words, if there are no allied Naterran Great Trees in play, summon a Naterran Great Tree. Yada yada. Full stats, I believe. Yeah, cool. Wait, that's kind of cool. I like that outfit. Do I care about this card? It's a Naterran card, so why not? Or it's a Natura card, whatever. Fanfare, put a fairy in your hand. If an ally Great Tree is in play, put 2 fairies in your hand instead and gain Rush. So you almost always have a Naterran Great Tree in play because that's how it works. And what a Naterran Great Tree is just a 1 play point amulet. And if any other allied Naterran Great Tree is in play, randomly destroy 1, and when it's destroyed you draw a card. So you get to draw a card if you play multiple. Draw cards if there are multiple. Anyways, Toth. I don't know if I'm saying his name right. Her name right, excuse me. 2-drop 1/2. Vampire. If at least 10 ally cards with last word effects have been destroyed this match, give your leader the following effect. When an ally, follower, or amulet comes into play, give it last words to deal 2 damage to enemy leader. So I don't think you need that fanfare to pop off, but I will say this much. Just her having last words, draw a card, already gives a value. It's a 2/1/2, last word, draw a card. You just use it for that. The fanfare is just a really big, cute bonus that'll just make winning the game that much easier, in my opinion. This card. It's 2 play point spell, deal 3 damage to random enemy follower, or enhance, choose, put a Vesha, Herald of Ravage, an Izalu, Herald of Death, or a Jotet, Herald of Despair into your hand. Vesha, the Herald of Savage. The Herald of Savage. She just burns you and she just gets the sick burns and makes you feel bad about yourself. No, it's a 0 play point. Excuse me, Portal Cross follower. It's a 10/10. Fanfare, discard your hand and give your leader the following effect. At the end of this turn, change the enemy leader's maximum defense to 2. So yeah, you play this card, you discard your hand, but your opponent has 2. Like, if you can literally play from your hand, like, something that'll do 2 damage, and then proceed to just win with this card. So I'm like, that's kind of cool. This card's kind of cool. Excuse me. Izalu, the Herald of Death, the 0 play point Procast follower, also a 10/10. If you have 4 cards or more in your deck, banish all cards in your deck until only 3 remain. Then banish all other followers and amulets. So it's a Nemesis decree, but bitch, you only got 3 more cards to, like, which essentially means you only have 3 more turns to win the game, unless your opponent makes you draw, or you have cards that make you draw. Then you have even less. So I'm not a huge fan about this. I would play this card. This card is like, I can't do anything else. It's either that or I lose. This is like the Hail Mary of Hail Marys. And honestly, I wouldn't like it. TBH. And last but not least, Jotet, Herald of Despair, 0, 10, 10 with Rush. Fanfare, subtract 8 from your maximum number of play points. Damage, reduce damage to this follower to 0, can't be affected by spells and effects except for those that change this card's attack or defense. So basically, you only get 2 play points for the rest of the game, but you have, whatchamacallit, you got the guy that doesn't die. I don't know what his name is because I blocked him from my memory. Oh, it's gonna annoy me. Shit. But basically, there's another follower who's like an 8/8. Aegis. Yeah, the Aegis. There we go. Basically, Aegis who's stronger but with Rush. A 10/10 with Rush. And to this, I'm just like, yes, that's very powerful, but if your opponent has like a full board, it won't win. Also, if they just play a Stamina Ward, like, they might not be able to win. Also, you have 2 play points. When you play Aegis, Aegis is fine because you have multiple play points to do other shit to fuck your opponent. This, you only have 2. So, I don't like this one either. Honestly, the first one, the Visha, the Herald of Ravage, is my favorite. It's like, you get the most bang for your buck. Like, you get a 10/10 on the field, and your opponent's like health is 2 for the rest of the game, which is nuts. Yeah. Oh, okay, now that card is done. Gourmet Empire's Kitchen. Deal 5 damage to an enemy follower. You can evolve and have more evolution points than your opponent, then put a Flaming Hot Fair, which is a 1 play point spell, which you do 2 damage to an enemy follower and 2 to the enemy leader if their defense is higher than yours. So that's cool. This is literally Scream's Runecraft. Damn right, I'm putting these into my deck. Avatar is the Fairy Blader. You have 2 fairies. It gets +1/+1 ward. 4 fairies +1/+1 Bane. 6 fairies. Gets +1/1 and Storm, and all your fairies get Storm. Sorry. Oh, you get nothing. Nothing happens to you. Oh, that's kind of weird. I don't like that. If you have 6 fairies in your... Oh, no, wait. Oh, so all these happen. If you have 6, it'll be a 4/5 with Ward and Bane, and then you will have 6 fairies that do 12 damage in total. Ooh, okay, yeah, so this card's gonna be broken. I'm pretty sure it's a Naturia card. And if it's not, people are gonna be running it because Naturia seems to they like fairies. Like, it's a fairy thing, apparently. Moving on, the Wish Wielder. This card has been spell boosted 5 times or less. Put one of the following card into your hand. If it's been spell boosted 6 or 11 times, put 2 of the following cards into your hand. If it's been spell boosted at least 12 times, put 3 of the random cards into your hand. So you get Cassiopeia back, you get Jiraiya, you get Adremelech. Cassiopeia is good for removal. This card is a spell. This card can be a spell. Demon Lord Ector is just broken. This card sucks. You probably don't want this card. I mean, in Runecraft, you don't want this card because it's a giant. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, it's not nerfed. Oh, it's the unnerfed version of this card. Okay, never mind. This card is kind of broken. So you want this one. Sylvia is... It's an accelerate card, so... It's kind of good too. Basically, you want everything but Dark John. Dark John you don't want. This card is trash. You don't want it for this card. So yeah, never mind. Now that I know that this is unnerfed, I still wouldn't want it. But essentially, it's going to just win me the game because it's literally 16 damage. Why? Oh my god, this is nuts. This card is nuts. This is like the first Runecraft card that exists I'm not a huge fan of its design, because it's RNG and a lot of it's just broken as shit. Moving on. Fuck you. I don't even want to look over it. It's not even that good of a card. I'm just mad because I got 1 billion copies of it. Baleon, the Sword, Natural Legendary. It's a 4/4 ward, so great stats already, so it's already bullshit. Give your leader the following effect whenever your play points are restored through a card's effect for the first time on each of your turn, which all the nature cards do that. Put a King's Might into your hand, and it lasts for the rest of the game. And when you evolve, you recover 1 play point, so you will actually literally get a King's Might, which is a 1 play point spell, which gives +1/+0 to an allied follower, or +2/+1 if a Great Tree is in play, which it always will be, because that's the whole fucking point of the deck. So essentially, on turn 5, this will be a 6. Sorry, it will be a 7/5, a 7. Wait, can I math? 6. Sorry, an 8/7 on turn 4. Let's breathe that reality into our veins and then cry. Basically, I'm making this deck because that card's bullshit and I hate it, but it's also good. Fuck Sword. Anyways, whoops. Have Verdant, the Cursed Shadow. It's also a 4-drop 4/4. It is a Naterran legendary for Dragoncraft. Fanfare, put a Shadow's Corrosion to your hand. When you evolve it, it gains Bane, full stats. And when you evolve it, reduce the cost of all Shadow Corrosions in your hand by 2. So Shadow's Corrosion will be a 2-drop instead. And what it does, it's also a natural card, BT dubs. At the end of your turn, deal X damage to enemy leader. X equals the number of allied Naterran Great Trees that have been destroyed during this match. And if you played other Shadow Corrosions this match, then it just pops the random enemy follower. So that's pretty cute. So it can just kill things. So this card's pretty cute. I like it. So it's a kind of a weird card for Dragoncraft, but it does help Dragon stall. So it's like a Dragon stall card. Like, you know, that's kind of cute. Let's see. Daffodil, the mouse. I'm going to call her the Mouse Princess. Fanfare, put a Naterran Great Tree into your hand. And enhance 3, put 3 Naterran Great Trees into your hand instead and recover 3 play points. When in... Oh, this is Haven. Yeah, this is the Naterran legendary for Haven. When an allied Naterran Great Tree comes into play, if there isn't an allied Mouse Knight in play, summon a Mouse Knight. And a Mouse Knight is a 1/1 Storm and Ward, and whenever an allied Naterran Great Tree comes into play, gain +1/+1. So yeah, basically this card hits the of course. And when this card evolves, you recover 1 play point. So which means you can play a Mouse Knight. I don't know if it gets... I don't think it gets the +1/+1. I think it's just a 1/1 Storm and Ward, which is already pretty annoying to deal with. So this card's cute. We have Ladisha, or Ladica. I'm just calling her Ladisha. The Stoneclaw. Fanfare, if you have at least 2 fairies. See, they like the fairies. If you have at least 2 fairies in your hand, deal 4 damage to an enemy follower. If an allied Naterran Great Tree is in play, gain the ability to evolve for 0 play points. So, since you will always have a Naterran Great Tree in play, or you should at the very least, it's going to be a free evolve. When you evolve, you get Send Them Packing. Send Them Packing is a 4 play point spell. Randomly remove all effects from one of the strongest enemy followers in play, except its changes to its attack or defense. Then destroy that follower, and then you add 2 to the number of cards played this turn. So that's incredibly powerful. This is a really good card, actually, for Forest. I'm like, yes, thank you, Forest, for getting good things. You deserve them. Forest needs more love. Let's see what's next. Chaos Wielder, basically it's just spell boost follower. You get to play him for 0. He draws you cards, then spell boosts your cards. It's cute. Gonna make him and add him and love him forever. Immortal Elephant. Yeah, it's getting to that point in the video where it's getting hard to talk. 5 drop 4/3. Can't be targeted by enemy spells or effects. Rip Runecraft. Give a random allied. Sorry, I just had a brain fart. Last words, give a random allied Naterran Great Tree last words. Summon Immortal Elephant, so when that tree dies and you play another Great Tree, you will also get an Immortal Elephant. So, yay. That's fun. It's the card that never dies. Let's see. Lucibel Necro Family. It's a 5/3/5. Vampire, put a Naterran Great Tree into your hand. Summon a Necrofauna. Whenever an allied Great Tree is destroyed, summon a Necrofauna. Necrofauna is a 3-drop. 2/1 with a rush. Last words, randomly activate one of the following. Put a Naterran Great Tree into your hand, give +1/+1 to a random allied follower, or deal 1 damage to a random enemy follower. So lots of RNG. Not the hugest fan. I think it's one of the weaker legendaries, TBH. Especially because they don't really give you a way to like play the Necrofauna. Like, they don't give you an extra play point to play Necrofauna. So this card is better turn 6 than turn 5, in my humble opinion. Bane. Oh yeah, 5 drop 4/5. Bane. If at least 2 cards are added to your hand from your deck this turn, give this follower a storm. So multiple draw power for Bloodcraft and Storm and Face and Crying and Tears. Wait, did I have to talk about you? Oh yeah, this card's annoying. This is a Havencraft, Crystallize, which is a new ability. Basically, if you can't play this card, you can play the cost to turn it into an amulet, and then it'll have a countdown. So you play this as an amulet, and then it pops on turn 5, I believe, either turn 5 or turn 6. Then you summon him. He's a 5/5/4 with rush. And if you can evolve and you have more evolution points than your opponent, reduce damage to this follower to 0 until the end of the turn. I actually would prefer to play this like in the crystallized form, because that's just, you can play this, free trade, and then evolve something into it. So that's pretty cute. Viridia Magna, Rush, Bane, Fanfare. If at least 1 allied Naterran Great Tree has been destroyed this match, gain the ability to attack 2 times per turn. At least 3 Naterran Great Trees have been destroyed this match. Give your leader the following effect. If there are no allied Viridia Magnas in play, summon Viridia Magna, evolve it, and then remove this effect. This effect is not stackable and lasts for the rest of the match. So yeah, from what it sounds like, this card just comes back forever, because you will be able to destroy at least 3. Like, that's totally possible. So that card's bullshit. Let's see. It's a natural card. 6/4/6. Sorry, 1 put Princess Strike into your hand. Fanfare, put Princess Strike into your hand. If there are fewer allied followers than enemy followers in play, then recover 2 play points. So there we go. The recover 2 play points bullshit. Oh, we're almost done. Sweet. The Hoarfrost Triceratops. Fanfare. If any allied Naterran Great Trees are in play, randomly destroy 1 and destroy an enemy follower. Last words, if there are no allied Naterran Great Trees in play, summon a Naterran Great Tree. So yeah, wow. So this You play this, you pop one, and you pop an enemy follower. That's nuts. And then when it dies, you get to summon a Great Tree. So, yeah, that's pretty nuts. Shout out to Dragon for having good cards. Another natural card. You can crystallize this one, turn into an amulet, and last words, if it is your turn, put a random natural card into your hand. If it's your opponent's turn, draw a card. Fanfare, deal 2 damage to an enemy follower. If an allied Naterran Great Tree is in play, deal 2 damage to all enemy followers. Instead, wait, I'm gonna drink some water. Whew. Okay. Oh, this fucker. Excuse me. The Cannon Hermit Crab is 6-drop 6/6. If a Great Tree is in play or if Resonance is active, so you don't even need the Great Tree to play this. This can be Resonance. Summon a Cannon Hermit Crab and change its attack and defense to X/Y. X and Y are equal to half this follower's attack and defense rounded up. So if you play this on turn 6 and evolve it, and it doesn't die, it'll be like a 4 something. And if you just play by itself, it'll be a 6 and 3/3. And then you have to kill them both because it'll just keep multiplying. This card is super sticky and super annoying. So great, can't wait to play it. 7/4/4 Swordcraft, because Swordcraft just needed broken bullshit. Accelerate for summon a Steel-clad Knight, a Heavy Knight, and a Knight. So this is a 2/2, a 1/2, and a 1/1. Basically, it kind of does what the 3/4 does, the Floral Fencer, but it's a spell instead, which therefore kind of makes it better because you're not using an Evo. And then its normal ability is to gain Storm. Fanfare, if at least 10 allied followers have been destroyed, then give an allied follower +2/+2 in Storm. Hooray! So turn 9 and on, because that many followers will probably be dead at that point. You're basically effed in the A. Hooray! I hate Sword. Apex Elemental. 7/3/3. Accelerate 1. Return an allied amulet to your hand and deal 2 damage to an enemy follower. The return card is a Naterran Great Tree. Deal 3 damage instead. It's a 7/3/3 with Ward. If any amulets are in play, return 1 and deal 2 damage to all enemy followers. If the return card is a Naterran Great Tree, deal 3 damage instead. I wish I gave it better stats. This is an incredible supporty defensive card. And to be honest, I think the card it supports should have been the legendary, and this could have been the gold, but I don't know. I guess you guys can let me know how you feel about that. Yuzuki Righteous Demon. So 2, pop something with 4 defense or less, and then deal 2 damage to your leader. And then Fanfare, destroy 2 enemy followers. And if Vengeance is not active for you, at the start of your next turn, you recover 2 less play points. So basically, you'll start the next turn with 6 play points, but you popped 2 enemy followers. This is like the Calamity Bringer, but different. Just different. Not better, but different. Accelerate ability is nuts. Cradle Divinity, 7/4/5. Store 3 defense to your leader. If an allied with Naterran Great Tree is in play, evolve it for free, essentially. When you evolve it, give your leader the following effects. Jesus, I cannot talk, and it is late. The end of your turn, if you have at least 8 cards in your hand, randomly discard cards until you have 7 cards in your hand and deal X damage to enemy leader. X equals 2 times the number of cards discarded. At the start of your turn, draw 1 card. So if you have more than 7, discard 1. Or even if you have 8, that's 2 damage. You have 9, that's 4. And you keep pinging them. And you also draw a card. And you keep drawing cards. There's a lot of card draw for Bloodcraft that's like centered around this card. It's very interesting ability. Not sure how I feel about it. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna lose to it and then feel very bad about my life. We have Neptune, the Tide Mistress, Accelerate 3, summon a Megalorca, give it Storm. By itself it is 8/5/5 with Ward, summon 2 Megalorcas, and they both also have Storm. So this is basically just Poseidon, just lesser stats overall. But this gets Ward, and the Megalorcas get Storm. So it's good, it's really good, it's just different, that's all. Agnes the Hollow Feather, 8/4/5. Whenever an allied amulet is destroyed, subtract 1 from the cost of this card. If it was Naterran Great Tree, subtract 1 more, and it's just a 4/5 with Storm. So, like I said, very aggro expansion. Iridescent Sphinx. If you crystallize said card, it's a countdown to 2, and then you summon a Tutankhamun. I'm sorry, my Egyptian? Question mark? I don't know the language they use in Egypt. Yeah, 8/4/6. It's a ward. Fanfare, you get to summon it, and then you give it ambush. So that's kind of cute. So like I said, also very aggressive with this one. Because you can like make this cheap, then play this one, and then it's like so much damage. Because this is a 6/4, and then it comes back again, so you have to kill it twice. This is just an 8/8/8 with Storm. Like, it's just an 8/8/8 with Storm, because it's like, oh, if Resistance is active for you, if an allied tree is in play against Storm, both, one or the other is going to happen. It's an 8/8/8 with Storm. Because why not? Why the fuck not? Last but not least, Riley Hydro Shaman. It's a 9/1/6 with Storm, Runecraft, lots of Storm, Invocation at the start of your turn. If X is at least 7, put this card from your deck into play. When this follower comes into play, gain plus X+0. X equals number of allied Naterran Great Trees you played this turn. So with Rune, it's very much bouncing back cards, because I'm pretty sure this is gonna be my first deck that I'm going to make. So you'll see I'm gonna bounce a bunch of cards back. Enough until I played 7, and then the invocation is gonna just start happening, and then we're gonna just keep smacking the face for what I assume to be 8. It'll be an 8/6 at least, because it gains plus X, and it's a 1-drop, so yeah. Sounds fun and not broken. This expansion's pretty, like, dumb. I almost don't know where to start. I lied. I said I'm gonna start with Runecraft because it's Runecraft. But I think we are done here, finally. Whew. If you enjoyed this very lengthy, quick review of all the new cards, all the highlighted golden legendary cards, and by all means, like, comment, subscribe. Check out our Twitter, check out our Discord, it's diggity dope. And more importantly, check out Twitch, because after all, it is Twitch. If you want to take it another step further, by all means, check out our Patreon. Next video is definitely going to be Runecraft. I need some water, and I need to die, and I need to go to sleep. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been the review of DNA Reviews, and I'll catch you in the next video. Goodbye!